Alright, what up guys? This will be the intro. After this, you'll see before this. Engine's ready to leave, but more surprises I found. And I'm gonna show you how I got to this point. Today, I will just start wiping it all down. It's been soaking in degreaser. I gotta get this brake booster out of the way. I'm just pretty much gonna leave those wires over there. I'm gonna try to put them in like a plastic bag because I don't want to have to take the whole dash out. And then I gotta figure out a spot to like tuck this fuse box. I'll probably just disconnect it and put a bag around this too. And then this thing's gonna be ready to be painted once I wipe it all down and sand it. And then that's ready to go. So that'll probably go not tomorrow, but the next day. It's gonna rewind right now, and I'm gonna show you some things that I've done to get to this. I got a lot of footage, like a lot of footage I gotta go through. I can't be that guy that I can never bring myself to do it. Just sit here and make a bunch of 10-minute videos of really nothing. I mean, I probably could make 10 videos of me just taking stuff apart in the engine bay. I'm just gonna chop that up and just jump around, and you guys can see how I've taken some of the harder stuff off, and I'll see you back at this point here in a second. Well, it'll be a couple minutes your time. It's been a few days. I just been cleaning up around here. I'm going to start in the engine bay. I haven't really got a straight answer if this thing's fully built. I'm going to take these intake runners off to see if these heads are ported, see if there's machine marks, because the heads might be like completely like stage 3 heads from 3SX. I guess if they're stage 3, they're going to be really big. And then, I mean, there should be machine marks. Alright. Jesus. Yeah, this has definitely been off. That was way too loose. Look at this. Everything has been off on this. Well, I mean, we already came across that this has been off because it's been painted. You see this shit paint? These things are like barely hand tight. I don't know what the torque spec is on them, but I guarantee it's more than 2 foot-pounds. Watch this. Oh, this one's gonna be tight. Try this one. This is all super just hand tight. I don't know if I had the music too loud. I might have to cut that out and I'll just take the noise out, but these are all pretty much hand tight. We already talked about this the other day about this being painted. A bunch of you guys in the comments said your guys' wasn't painted. So this has definitely been off. This is crazy how loose this is. I don't know why I'm like surprised. Everything on this has either been loose or like washer's not in the right spot. That's why I've had so much oil leaking. So like this is, I could literally probably throw this back together and not have that breakup problem. Those of you guys that have been around a while, remember I kept having a breakup problem? When I first got the car, it was breaking up bad. And I did plugs and it kind of calmed down. The plugs that were in here weren't gapped. Like when I first got the car 2 years ago, I did plugs, and the plugs were, every gap on the plugs that were in it were different. So I got good plugs, I gapped them to spec, and it was alright. It would still break up if you just floored it, but you could ease into it. And but all these loose bolts, especially down here, this was probably just leaking air. So this is right here is probably a reason why it was breaking up. Like I guarantee you, this is like my main breakup problem. And I found something else too I haven't showed you guys yet. Yeah, I don't think this is ported. At least these runners aren't. Like maybe this is trimmed up a little bit. I'm only saying that because these aren't like perfect. Like right here. That's not like, you know what I mean? Like it's super sharp there and pretty round over here. I don't know. Definitely got a piece of paint down on top of that one valve though. Because for some reason, they painted the runners. I don't understand that. You can't even see them. There's like shitty paint. Like why would you do that? This head gasket's leaking oil right there too. So it definitely needs head gaskets. So I mean, it wasn't a complete waste of time. I'm gonna hit each one of these intakes with a shop vac at least. That's ridiculous. What'd you get using the cheapest paint possible on that? You don't see that. It's stupid. And then, oh yeah, here's the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about that I never ended up, I haven't shown you guys yet. What did I do with that light? I went to take this throttle body off. I was looking at getting a bigger throttle body. So I just took this off to see, or I was going to take it off. But all I did was touch this. It's right on top too. Like I think there was just a little bit of like silicone on the end of it. It was probably leaking air right there, because all I did was I didn't start the turn or nothing. All I did was put the socket on there and it snapped and came loose. I'm pretty sure this has been snapped since I got it. So this has probably been leaking air too. It's probably all just been breaking up from all this little air leaks and just not being put back together well. You ever just have so much to do that you like don't even know where to start at? I don't even know where to start at in here. Alright, right here is a perfect example of why you don't just use these hose clamps. You can use these hose clamps, but why you don't just run them home with like an impact, or just keep cranking on them as tight as you can. Can you see that? It's to the heater core inside the car, and that's completely crushed. That hose clamp was on there so tight, I bet you whoever put that on there just hit it with an impact. You know, everything doesn't need to be as tight as you can get it. And I still don't know what I'm going to do with this the cruise control thing. Hey, I don't really remember where I let off. Got the battery thing out. Those, I talked about those for sure. I got those lines out. I'm going to take these brake lines off. Yes, that's the ABS delete kit. If you didn't see that video, I made a video on how to do that. So go check that out if you want to, I guess. I don't know, this is so far gone. I put it in the sandblaster, it might just disappear. I guess when I get online, try to find another one of these. Alright, I was scared I was gonna break those bolts off. So these soaked for a good hour. Alright, I got the brake lines off, got that off. Back out here. I can't find my head mount, so I'm just holding the camera today. Probably won't get any time lapses. I'm gonna move the cruise control thing out of the way, and I should be able to get that black matte fiberglass insulation shit off of there. I at least want to move this out of the way. Oh yeah, I guess I can unbolt that, unbolt it over there, and then it'll only be connected there. I can put it up here, get it up out of the way, so I can wipe all this down. I don't know what this fuse box goes to. I don't have the lid for it. There's only 2 fuses and 4 relays. When you guys tell me what that's for. I wish I had the cover for this. No, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the rest of this intercooler pipe out of this corner. And then, like I said, I'm going to get this out of the way. Get that out of the way. Alright, I got like that out of there. There's just 2 bolts, and then I took that piping out of there, cleared that up. This right here is just a heavy, ridiculous piece of garbage. If any of you guys have a base model that you're porting out, or if you guys got just a regular throttle cable, that non-cruise control, let me know. I'll buy it off you. I cannot believe how heavy this is. This is like solid bulletproof steel. Hey, I finally got the cruise control thing out of here. This is just a ridiculous spaghetti mess of cables is all that is. I really just need a cable that goes from here to the throttle body. I don't even know where to like get one of those made at. I talked to the guys at 3SX. They said you pretty much got to find a base one. They've tried cables from different Mitsubishi cars, and they said none of them really end up working out right. I jumped over here, got the overflow tank emptied and everything. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to move this whole wire loom up and out of the way. I gotta start chasing these wires. I'm trying to get this whole thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with this. I really would like to tuck this somewhere. I mean, I might be able to move it down over here where like the ABS was, but then I'm gonna have to like put something in there so it doesn't just get sprayed with water from the wheel. You're gonna chase all these zip ties, and then this whole wiring harness should be able to tip up and over and out of the way. You don't want to be super careful with these. You sit here and start going and breaking these off, it's gonna be a bad day. Like I said, I can't find my head mount, or I would have you guys on my head and walk you through all of this. It's pretty easy though. Just unplug this. This is part of the main loom that goes into the firewall. See how those just pops out like that? And see, that came out too. It comes out pretty easy. This is the whole wiring harness that goes to the engine. Hey, I got that out almost in one piece. Started breaking apart over there in that corner. It's a little bit worse than I thought it was gonna be, honestly. I didn't know that this was gonna be completely rusted out. Good thing I know a couple welders. Get this all cleaned up and just have this all stitched welded. I don't know what I'm gonna do here. Pretty sure I can save it. It's not like it's bad, but it's still not good. That might need cut out and reloaded. This is sort of time consuming. Especially with me being a weirdo wanting everything perfect. Don't seem too bad. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to show you guys this. Look at that. You see what that is? It's a fucking cracker. I don't even know the last time I had crackers. It's these goddamn mice. I'm gonna be so upset if they're in the car. I used to not have that big of a problem with them because the farm over there has like 100 cats, like not even over exaggerating. But now that I got Malcolm, the cats don't come here anymore. So I'm just gonna load this shop up with mouse traps. This is gonna suck. They're sitting there in the FD eating the dash out. I'm gonna get that disconnected, and then I'm just gonna chase these zip ties. See that? If you can get them at the right angle and pull on them, you can get them to come off. They're like reusable zip ties, but then a couple of them broke. So I don't even know where to find these at. If I can find these, one of you guys would let me know. Where do I find these at that like have the little plunger? Where's one at? Like it'll have that little plunger, but it's also a zip tie. Where can I order those at? I was good on new. I'll get them in black instead of this orange. All I got is the headlights now. This light is kicking my ass today. It's like the 10th time it fell. All I got is the headlights and the horns. That's holding me up. I don't think I'm gonna try to actually get this all the way out. This is turning into a lot bigger thing than it was supposed to be. This whole car has, it was supposed to be suspension and bolt-ons. I'm gonna get these headlights out. These look like they just unplug. And yeah, I know they unplug right there before one of you guys say, but they're zip tied behind that. So even if I unplug that right there, all it does is let me get the motor out. It doesn't let me get the wire out of the way. Alright, once you get those two bolts out, there's one there, same on the other side. The way I found it was the best was to use like a deep socket on the one that's closest to the middle of the car. And then you gotta pretty much use this setup, because if not, it's either too long or too short. But with a ratchet, obviously the impact don't fit. Yeah, see, there you go. You just pick it up and move it out of the way. Super easy. You got that zip tie right there. You gotta get out of the way. You're gonna unplug these there, and then that zip tie. A lot of you guys like doing the upgrade to get like the 93 headlights. You gotta do the same thing. So there you go, if you're trying to upgrade your headlights and bumper and all that. Alright, I got those out. Pretty simple. Just pull the little pins and everything. If I can get this, I'm gonna flip this over. I'm gonna try to bust this open, these clips. And then hopefully I can just unplug this right here, this wire. We'll just have like a screw in there holding it together. And then that whole thing will be free to move. And I can just tuck it over there like I'm doing with this one over here, and I can put it all in a bag. That'd be the best case scenario. But I'm pretty sure this loom right here, this wire loom, should go and just have one connection that I can unplug from that. Alright, bad news on that. It couldn't have been that easy. So like, I know I've said this like 10 times, but on like a GM product, which I've done most work on, it would be like one big plug with like a screw in the middle holding it. You'd undo that screw, and all the loom would be into all these little plugs would all just be one together, and it would slide out as one plug. But obviously it's not gonna happen for me. This is just a nightmare mess. Now that I got it all on zip tied, it's fucking heavy. And it's fighting me. Maybe I can undo this one and keep this box with that loom. Fuck no. This is a nightmare rat's nest cluster. Fuck. Alright, looks like I'm sticking to the original plan. I don't even know if you guys can see. That's ridiculous. I'm really hoping that this was just gonna be like one solid plug. Why are they all separate like that? Why can't it just been one giant plug? How many is coming out of this one? A lot. Yeah, this one's not even going to the thing. This one's just staying connected to that. So even if I undid this fuse box, it would still be connected to that. Dude, this is a complete rat's nest. This is all factory. Looks like a 12-year-old did it. Cannot believe that there's no way to get these wire loom out. 80% of the wires in there were green. So it's not like I can just remember which color goes where. Even if I recorded it, the chances of me plugging everything back into the right spot are slim to none. I should have just left that wire there. Just not painted that, but that was driving me nuts because how dirty it is. I might just clean that up real nice. I'm not going to. I don't even know why I said that. You guys knew I wasn't going to. I'm just lying to myself now. I guess I'm going to lift this up in the air. I'm going to degrease this, clean this whole section down first. At least paint from here down to there. Then put all these wires back. Then I can focus on here and I can tape off the wires. Because if I can paint, like I'll get this shroud out of the way. If I can get this all cleaned up and paint this back to the here, let that dry, you're not really going to see it. So if it doesn't blend the best, it won't be that big of a problem. And then I can put the wires back, put it all back together right there, then come over here and paint. And I can just tape the wires off like with newspaper. I don't know, that's not going to be for a while. So if you guys got better ideas, or a couple of you guys that have actually done this, let me know. Should I start chasing this? Is there one of these is there going to be a disconnect on this one somewhere? I doubt it. It's going to stay there. I'll clean this all up, paint, and put it back. And the same thing here. I'm just going to put this up in a bag, paint, then lay it down, paint. I don't think I'm going to put that fiberglass thing back in. I might like get some of that gold sticker shit. I don't know. I'll probably do like silver though. I don't know. Leave it down in the comments. Gold or silver, heat, reflection, shit. Alright, it's been soaking for a little bit. I got a brush and shit. I'm gonna scrub it all out. Alright, there. I got it degreased. Just pretty much this corner. Well, the front third of the engine bay. There's some rust. I don't know how bad that's gonna be. I gotta get into that. Might need to put a little tack here and there on that. But alright, this probably the end of this video. Next video, I'll be cleaning the rest of this. I still gotta get that out. I didn't end up doing that in this video, which I think I probably got a good before and after shot of this right here. I could show you. Still, I'm gonna wipe it all down with brake clean and sand it, and then sand out all the rust. See how much welding is gonna have to be done. Primer it and paint it. I still haven't made up my mind if I'm going black or if I'm keeping it red. You guys all taught me out of silver. There wasn't one person that liked silver, so it's not gonna go silver. But alright, see you guys in the next video.
Willing to die for this shit. I'm ready to flip and to end up in prison the rest of my life for this shit. So my mama ain't want me, she got in the bush and I end up surviving this shit.